Canada. Canada is located at the northern part of North America. At the east of the country is Atlantic Ocean. In the south of the country is the United States. And at the west of the country is the Pacific Ocean and Alaska. Canada has a lot of cultural differences across its regions. This includes the different type of ethnic groups, such as the British Isles, French origin, European, and other with a less percentage of Asian, African, and Arab population. This country has a dual nationality, the French Canadian and the English Canadian. Ottawa has a population of 934,243, and this city is the capital of Canada. The climate all around the country varies from temperature, subarctic in the south and Arctic in the north. The Canadian dollar is the currency that people use. The government in Canada is a Parliament of Canada that is under a constitutional monarchy. This essay will show you all the things around the country, including the music, the art, the festivals, and the traditions.
The music of Canada is similar to the music of United States because all the migration between the two countries. In the year of 914 and 918, the World War have the great number of popular songs. Some examples are He Have Dab Honeymoon, Alexander's Raiding Band, Along the Rocky Road to Vulvin, America, I Love You, Anytime is Kissing Time, Baby Shoes, A Broke Doll, After You Gone. They have one of the most biggest industry of music in the world. In other part, the oldest years of Canada, the music that the Canadians listened was the indigenous music. The instruments that they used to create music was made by hand, and to create the music they used objects that they found, and all the music that they produced take place in special ceremonies. Nowadays, a very listening singer is Justin Bieber. The main sports in Canada are curling, basketball, rugby, soccer, cricket, baseball, lacrosse, and hockey. Canada has a lot of sports organizations like National Multisport Service Organization, National Sport Organization, Canadian Sports Centre, and institutes. The main sport in Canada is hockey. It's an all-year-round sport and it started in the 19th century and it's country popular pastime with participation from across the ages.
The film of Canada has been very difficult because they have a very strong neighborhood that is called Hollywood. The first film that Canada made was in the year 1897. After that, the Canada film started to gain power. In that year, a British company came and with the help of other companies made more than 35 movies in 10 years. These are the bases of the Canadian film. One of the first movies of Canada were 10 Years in Manitoba, Breaking Point, or The Christmas Marathon. Canada is one of the best countries in ballet. One of the most important schools of dancing in the world are in Canada, such as the Royal Wimpy, Les Grand Ballet Canadians, and the Canada Nation Ballet School. Canada has been the home of very important dancers like Karen Kane and Evelyn Kane. One of the most traditional plays in Canada are the Winter Tales, Ninky Sky, the Nutcracker, the Sleeping Beauty. These plays are very old, but nowadays they're still being very popular. The film of Canada is separated in two parts, the French and the English. The first book we're writing in French. Right now it's more strange to find French books. Canada not only is the house of dancers, also the house of good writers like Magnus Lawrence, Jack Martin, and many others. The Canadian films have a lot of genres, but it's recognized for telling about their culture, literature, or their independence, but most of all, after the colonization.
Canada is diverse and vast, and the festivals that they celebrate reflect this. Canadian festivals and events attract visitors worldwide. These are some of the most famous Canadian festivals. Vancouver Celebration of Light. The largest fireworks competition in the world is in several nights every summer in Vancouver. The Calgary Stampede. Each year, more than 1 million people visit Calgary to go to this 10-day Calgary Stampede party held every July. Edmonton Folk Festival. Edmonton Folk Festival has grown to be one of the world's premier folk festivals. Toronto International Film Festival. The Toronto International Film Festivals is one of the most important film festivals in the world, ranking closely with Cannes and Sundance. Winterlude. Canadians celebrate cold temperatures and high snowdrifts by making great winter festivals, such as Ottawa's Winterlude. Canada Day celebrations. July 1st celebrations in Canada are like the July 4th festivities in the US. Canada is not a country with a lot of particularly flashy folk traditions. The traditions of the individual Canadian families can vary greatly based on which customs they decide to import from their former homeland. These are some of the Canadian traditions. Births. Canadian couples will generally announce their pregnancy with great pride to friends and family as soon as they are aware. And it's common for girlfriends of the expecting mother to organize a baby shower. Graduations from school. Completing a phase of school in Canada is almost always celebrated with a fancy graduation ceremony. Weddings. Weddings in Canada have gotten so elaborate and complicated that their planning and organization is now a multi-billion-dollar industry. Cards. The typical Canadian's stinginess with gift-giving is offset somewhat by the massively popular tradition of giving greeting cards to friends and family on important dates.
We came to the conclusion that Canada is a great country because they have beautiful traditions, and it's great because some people speak French and other part of the population speak English, being the French the most predominant language. That is one of the reasons that make great Canada. They practice a lot of sports, but they predominate in hockey and basketball. They also are one of the best places to film movies. The first movie in Canada was filmed in 1897. About their music, they have a lot of similitude of the United States music. That's caused by the migration between these two countries. They also had adopted some traditions of United States. And now that we know the great experience that we'll be visiting Canada, we have the feeling that we need to go and prove it by ourselves.